Hi, I'm Aurora Buffington, exercise physiologist here at Mountain Crest Community Center. You probably heard the saying that no pain, no gain. And when it comes to exercising and being more physically active, that muscle discomfort you experience may be associated with delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS. That's a normal physiological response to intense or unfamiliar physical activity. But before you reach for that bottle of pain reliever, keep in mind that taking over-the-counter medications may do more harm in the long run than good. Here to talk about better ways to deal with the pain associated with physical activity is local licensed athletic trainer David Orr.
So one of the things that happens with physical activity is you end up getting a little bit tight and sore. It's really important that after you've completed your activity, after you have warmed up muscles, you want to make sure to stretch them out. What ends up happening is you work that muscle, it'll get tighter and tighter and contract. And what you want to do is try and get it longer, and you want to get it more stretched out. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to work primarily on the legs today, and we're going to show how to stretch out. We're going to start off with the quadriceps. So we're going to do a flamingo stretch. Candace here is going to show us how. It's real important that you have your head up, shoulders up, eyes up forward, and that you take your pelvis and you actually rotate a little bit forward. At the same time, you're driving your knee straight down, and with your hand, you're pulling up and a little bit back on the knee. As it just comes back a little bit, you'll feel this tightness over the top of the quadricep. That's a really good one. You want to hold that for at least about 30 seconds. And as you do this, you want to breathe slowly and comfortably. Even though a stretch isn't always comfortable, it should actually be slightly uncomfortable. And then we'll show you on the left side. After doing the right side, you just simply switch around. Take up your same position, think about what you're doing, make sure you've got your head up, shoulders up, tilt that pelvis forward, drive that knee down, and pull that foot up again. And again, you should feel it off the front of the quadricep. Not saying you're not going to feel some other part of the body, but that's your concentration is on the quadricep. This one is seated long stretch. Seated long stretch is really good for the hamstrings especially, but it will get into everything. The goal is to just lean forward. Get a hold of those toes if you can. If you can't, you start where you can reach. And it could be up here on the upper ankle area. It may not be on your foot. And if need be, you can use a towel or some other rigid object to actually wrap around the feet to hang on and get a good grip. But while you're doing it, you need to breathe slowly, deeply, and let yourself relax into it. While here, you want to make sure that your knees are down. Your feet stay together. You don't want them to twist out. You don't want them to twist in. And if you got those toes, that's fantastic because now you're in a good position to start. As you're doing this, Candace has been doing this for almost about 20 seconds, and as she breathes and relaxes, she'll actually feel her muscle go from that tightness to a little bit of relaxation. And at that point, she's going to feel like I've gained a little bit. Now, after about 30 seconds, I recommend you sit up straight, take a deep breath in, go ahead and sit up straight, take a deep breath in, let it out and reach for more. And you actually pick up a good ½ inch to inch just on that alone.
Well, thanks for sharing those tips, David and Candace. It's nice to know that there are ways that we can help keep our ability to be physically active for many years to come. And Clark County Parks and Recreation Centers offer many different ways to make the and exercise enjoyable. From taking a hike at the Wetlands Park to dancing in a Zumba class or lifting weights in the fitness room, you're bound to find an activity that's enjoyable for you. Better yet, Clark County Parks and Recreation Centers are located all across the valley, are affordable, and usually offer activities for every age group. Well, that's all for now. I'm Aurora Buffington, encouraging you to move your way at a Clark County Parks and Recreation Center near you, where fitness happens.